was the first thing he did when they went over there, because they did tours. And whenever they would leave the country, they would do that country's history.
They do what?
They do tours, like live tours.
Tours?
Yeah.
It's a tour.
Tour. Tour? Whatever.
Yeah. The rural juror.
Your tour.
Say the word rural.
Rural. Rural.
Yeah, you're skipping a lot of shit. Is that a Midwest thing? Were you from the Midwest?
No, I was born in the fucking West Coast.
What the hell? Who raised you? Fucking wolves?
My mom's Mexican. Is that wolfy enough?
Wolves? Is Spanish your first language?
No.
Then shut the fuck up.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Eat my ass.
Bit is that you're old and you're not really Mexican.
I'm a Mexican.
And you're not a real lesbian either. So you got quite a few strikes against your character.
No, I got a lot of strikes against me. I'm not a full lesbian anymore.
There are a lot of half things that just really don't make you the
Mexican. I'm too white to be Mexican now.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yada,
That's
yada,
true.
yada,
Yeah.
yada, yada, yada.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 172 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is the Real Portz, and Evil Space Bunny is here.
Hi.
What's up?
I'm here.
You are.
Yeah. It's amazing that I'm here.
It's amazing you're here every week.
Yeah, it's a Christmas
How's that
miracle.
life alert?
I just got it installed. The boys have set up the new thing where I get to sit down and it carries me up the stairs. That little chair thing. It's great. The cats use it right now instead of me, but it's a work in progress.
Sure. Yeah. That checks out. Now, are you still able to enjoy video games in your feeble old age?
Absolutely. Even though chat makes me take off my glasses every once in a while, and then I can't read the difference between bi and blowjob on stream. But it happens sometimes.
Is that why you were making that mistake?
Yes.
I thought you were wearing contacts or something.
No, BJ instead of B. It was BI. And I was like, is that
a
J or an I? I was like, what is it? I can't tell. I'm just too old. And
I came into the second half of that and missed the whole context. So.
It's all right. It's fine. Yeah, they make me take off my glasses if they spam it.
Fantastic.
Yep.
But
I did play video games this week if you want to jump into it.
I do. I'm running out of bits to say in the opening. So
perfect.
That would be appropriate.
Instead of making fun of me? That's
well,
great.
we'll find another way. Just keep going. Keep talking and you'll mess up some way.
Listen. Okay, so I played a couple of games this week. I played this one called...
There we go!
What?
First mess up. Yes, let's go. Ha ha. Evil Space Bunny can't talk. Yeah. Got her. You can't see me, but I'm fucking thrusting the air right now. In your face.
Well, I come up here, I gather all my little notes, and then I start drinking my wine. And I wait until we get on this phone call before I stop. So I'm already half a glass down, and there's going to be some fuck-ups for the rest of the episode.
Was that over the top at all?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, first game, Red Tape. It is... hard to explain what this game is. You're in corporate hell, literally. Hell has been turned into a corporation.
This is too real. I can't play this game.
It was so good though. You're a fallen angel and you're trying to adjust to your life as a demon. And you slowly go through and then you find out that hell is being sold to mega oil corporations and you're trying to stop it. And it is the funniest fucking shit. Lots of reading, lots of talking, but it was very enjoyable. I love the weird artwork that this game was. Very good by DreadX collection. DreadXB collection.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they do good stuff.
I'm the biggest fan that's never played it.
The other game that I played and beat this week was called The Backroom's Lost Tapes. This one isn't finished entirely, so I'm a little sad. But it's like, it's going to be different tapes for different stories. But the first tape was about an hour and a half. So I was kind of surprised that there's more. Or soon to be TM.
You could say 100 of these indie horror game titles back to back. And I would think that most of them are like the same game, basically.
I know. It kind of all hodgepodges
I get them
together.
confused. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm still playing through Astroneer. I demoed a cute little game called Prospector, which is similar to Astroneer. The dev reached out to me for that one. It's really cute. There's a few little rough edges, but other than that, I think it's a good start for a demo of a game. But the two games that I really want to talk about and kind of jump into, I've been missing a Metrovania. Ever since I beat Hollow Knight, there has been a hole in my heart.
Oh, wow. Like a month?
Yeah. There has been a hole in my heart.
Wasn't that recent?
Yes. I beat it at the end of November.
Okay. Less recent than I thought. Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe in December. I can't remember. But it was last year. And I've just been wanting something like that. And even every time I try to return to it, it's not the same, if that makes sense. But then Steam popped up, and I was like, hey, there's a new Dead Cells DLC coming out. And I'm like, oh,
really?
I forgot about Dead Cells. So I spent some money, and I bought every single DLC that I missed. And it has been so much fucking fun catching back up on this game. And either I've gotten better because I've played a lot more Metrovania games since I last played this game, but it is a lot easier for me. But there's so much new shit to do. Lots of cool stuff. And I'm finally getting to stuff I've never seen before.
I feel like Dead Cells is like 5 years. Like, it's pretty old, right?
It's pretty old, but it's getting DLCs, so
that's amazing. I fucking love when that shit happens.
Right.
Because like DLC, like a year after something comes out, I'm like, fuck off. All right, I just fucking finished that shit. Like Marvel Midnight Suns, perfect example. Just came out with DLC. I'm like, I'm not. I just spent 80 hours in that fucking game, dude. I'm not fucking going back in. I'll wait, and then I just forget the DLC ever happened. So
yeah, that's understandable. So there was like a free DLC that came out shortly after, in like or 2019, and then like every year there's at least been one DLC. It's like $5, adds new zones, adds new content, but the new one that's coming out is for Castlevania DLC. And the thing that Dead Cells recently started doing with all their DLCs is they added all these Easter eggs for other games. So there's mentions of Hollow Knight. You could get the nail from Hollow Knight. There's mentions of Shovel Knight, Half-Life. All these games, there's weapons associating with them and like all this other little like kind of Easter eggs attributing to these other games. It's been really kind of cute and kind of meta at the same time, but it has been so much fucking fun just going fast and just murdering shit. And I found my thing to stuff in my hole.
Metroidvania hole.
Metrovania hole, but
the hole where you have to go get more tools and come back to it later kind of hole.
Yeah, exactly. But the speaking of come back later and get other tools and yada yada yada.
Too much stuff for that kind of joke. Yep.
Sorry. We played The Forest. My roommates and we played Sons of the Forest. And so this is a base builder bitch's dream fucking car.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, yep. I saw Asmongold's fucking base get destroyed with one grenade. I'm out.
But there's so much cool base building. You could do custom structures and all kinds of crazy shit. But yeah, the structures are a little fragile right now. And I think they're going to work. I think they're going to work on it. There's a few bugs, obviously. Me and my roommates found the duplicate log, so we built the most insane base. There's the one where you could go skiing across the map if you open up your book if you're on a slant. Like, if you're on any kind of incline and you open the book, you just go sliding. You just go fucking insane.
That's kind of awesome.
It's kind of awesome. The bugs that we found have been funny and awesome. Kelvin is a delightful NPC character that helps you along the way. He's adorable, but he is very dumb. Probably because of the brain injury, you know.
Is he the new Lydia?
Yeah, he's the new Lydia. And, yeah, but he collects things. So we just have him collect fish. And he bring us fish. He's basically Bear Grylls. He's the only reason why we're surviving. And
Bear Grylls with brain damage.
Yeah, Bear Grylls with brain damage doesn't talk. That's another thing. Nobody talks. It's so nice to have silent companions and silent fucking protagonists.
Shots fired at Atomic Hearts.
And this game is still telling an interesting fucking weird story that's happening.
I doubt that's true.
I think it's kind of neat so far. But
and
yeah.
How do they tell it to you? You have to read it? No, thank you.
I mean, you find it. There's stuff written on the walls, all kinds of crazy
it's so
fucking
interesting,
shit.
say it out loud, game.
It might get there eventually. But it's the AI is actually surprisingly kind of good. Outside of Kelvin has a few kinks, but so does the AI. But NPCs, if you kill one of their partners, they'll go and cry next to it if you get away.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And not only that, there's a thing in the game called creepy.
Is there at least one of them somewhere hidden, like Easter egg? It's like you kill their partner, like, thank God I'm free, and they run around.
Maybe, who knows? But yeah. So I saw that last night. It was kind of interesting. You can also still antagonize them, and you can also kind of blend in. There's certain things that you could do that will cause you to blend in with the inhabitants. But the inhabitants have gotten a lot smarter than the first one. And
oh, good.
Yeah.
That was my one problem with that game. It's not hard enough.
It's terrified. So when you kill some of the mutant characters in the game, you could get something known as creepy armor, right? And it's from their skin. But the AI... So the mutants will fight the cannibals on the islands, and other cannibals will fight each other for different tribes.
Okay.
But the thing is that I noticed is that the cannibals started wearing the creepy armor, and they adjust their armor. And it's fucking wild. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? I thought it was one of my fucking roommates, but it was a fucking NPC wearing creepy armor, and he just started beating the shit out of me. I was like, oh my god, no! Yeah. So, that was terrifying. But yeah, I'm excited to see what else happens. There's also seasons in the game. So, it goes from like, you start in like the early fall when you land, and we just hit winter. And it's really fucking mean. And it sucks. But yeah. It's been kind of cool, and it's done really well so far, and I'm really happy to see this game take off like this. So
that's awesome. Yeah, it seems like everyone's fucking playing it, right?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it a little bit to talk about that stuff. But enough about me. What did you play this week? What is
you
your
don't want to know?
8 hours,
boring.
9 hours of
stuff?
Age of Empires.
Yeah, I played 9 hours of Age of Empires 2 with my buddies Ryan and Colby, and it was kind of one of those things. Like, oftentimes you play you play some stuff with people, and you go, hey, like, you guys doing one more? Or like, I always thought they're gonna say no, like they're gonna move on, like whatever, it's fine. I have other shit I can do. It's like I could bail out after the first game, it'd be fine. So we didn't plan a 9-hour day. All of us just in the moment after each match said, "Yep, sign me up again. Let's fucking go."
Jesus
and
Christ.
We're trying to figure out what difficulty is best for the three of us. Mm-hmm. Right now, we're barely better than 1 hard AI. So we're gonna kick it up to 2 and see if we can get better.
Damn, gotta get good. Gotta get those sheep. You gotta get them.
You gotta wallow all those sheep.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a good time. There is a phenomenon, which I'm sure you are aware of in gaming.
Yeah.
Which is newly released shit, especially for money, is overpowered.
Oh no, what did you find?
So in Age of Empires, there's a fake-ass civilization that they made up, obviously.
Obviously.
Called the Dravidians. And this civilization, allegedly they're Indian or something. It doesn't matter. These motherfuckers have an upgrade that, once done, all of your infantry and your cavalry, which is all of the units you want to be building anyway, there's no deviation from the plan. It just piles on about 30 pounds of cherries on top of your existing plan to kill the enemy. And this ability, I forget what it's called, but it allows all your infantry and cavalry to ignore armor completely. For every unit you're facing, none of them get armor, which is a big fucking deal when you're talking about everything in the game does physical damage. So every unit that has armor is basically worthless.
Right.
I mean, it just steamrolls. It just fucking steamrolls. It's incredible. The AI did that to us once, and we were just pulling our fucking hair out until I read afterwards about it, and I was like, oh my God. How is this allowed? Like, think of any game that you've played, ever. Imagine no defense or resistance, like, being applied to your opponent at all. That you just upgrade it. By the way, it's the normal cost of a regular upgrade other people get, except it doesn't fucking auto-win. It's incredible.
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, so I'll be manning the Dravidians from now on.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. My parents were Patriots fans, and they were Jeff Gordon fans, which, if you know anything about those two very weird, not similar sports, those are the two best teams to ever do it. Well, Jeff Gordon's a person, but he has a team, and he won all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Dravidians. Look out for it. I don't know. Elder Scrolls, still plucking away at that motherfucker. Although
Although what?
Well, I haven't been playing like a shitload this week.
Oh.
I also played a shitload of Grounded. We had a little snow day here.
Nice.
On was it Thursday or Friday? Whichever one.
Yeah.
They felt like the same day to me.
Fair.
Faye and I played like a shitload of Grounded, and we're already killing spiders and shit on this playthrough. Yeah, just ripping through the content. Although they have made that game notably harder.
Yeah.
There are fucking larvae everywhere.
Yeah.
And all the larva counterparts, like the fucking whatever the other ones are called, the infected one and shit.
Yep.
Everywhere. Way more than there used to be, and they're much harder.
Yeah, I thought I was going crazy because when I played it like with my roommates not too long ago, I didn't remember it being that hard, and I was like not having a good time.
Bro, the spider can like jump up the entire tree to you if it wants to.
Yeah.
Things did not used to jump. They jump now. On top of which they do more damage and take less. So it's really, I mean, the game was already kind of hard. And now it's we're actually going to have to get good at it. So
yeah,
we'll
they gave the fuck out of it up. It's kind of batty.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, they did that in difficulty mode, so we could drop it down, but we're not fucking babies.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We're not dumb fucking babies. Yeah, my roommates only play things on, like, harder difficulties, and we dropped it down to normal. So if that says anything about us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
Says that you're weak. We started on normal, and we're not going anywhere, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. I respect it. I respect the hustle.
I also did a bad thing.
What did you do?
Well, seems like
Portz.
Dota's going to be back in my life again.
Oh, no! Whose fault is it? Is it Gabe? Who is it?
Well, remember that buddy I was
Ninja?
making MMO content with?
Oh no, you guys started playing fucking Dota together?
He started complaining that we were not doing enough, like,
Casual?
he's like, man, numbers are just going, it's not a real video game, like, blah, 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 I need to use my brain. I'm like, hey, well, you pussied out on Dota last time, and that was a fucking mistake. Let me tell you. To say that.
You egged him on. You fucking egged him on. You egged on a gamer who's like, I need something harder. You fucked up.
Like, I want to use my brain. I'm like, oh, you dumb bitch. So now I'm teaching him Dota. So that shows him. Yeah. He's played 3 real games, and it's
Has he cried every time?
honestly, it's super fun. No, it's been fucking hilarious. Like, he's in real games without Smurfs, and everyone doesn't know what they're doing. It's like, I can just tell him I can ping him to do something. He does it, and he fucking wins the game. It's an incredible feeling.
Oh, he's like a little.
I felt like I owed my Dota coach, but it's an amazing fucking feeling. It turns out, like saying something and then watching it happen, and you're right. Holy shit! Usually, you say something, you're right, and then you die in Dota. You know. But I'm just playing around with somebody else's fate. I don't even give a shit. I'm making it up half the time. I'm like, holy fuck, that worked? What the fuck?
Yep.
I'm going to tell him to go right-click Zeus, and we'll really test this theory.
Do it. Just tell him to right-click Zeus. Tell him to go hang out with Roshan and hang out in there.
Yeah, we've missed most of those fights. Usually his team decides to do it without him, and they're successful because we're pressuring the map.
Yeah, you guys are too busy.
It's a beautiful thing.
Being good team members.
Yeah. Sacrificial, even. Although he was forced to be pause 1 in 2 of his 3 games. No one wanted the farm, which is unfucking heard of to me.
Really?
Usually everyone wants all the farm. The people just play selfishly. That's just human beings. But everyone was like, I'm supporting. I'm like, well, someone has to kill grapes. What the fuck? And I think that might have been the one he lost. But
poor buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that's me. Kind of. Oh, I played a couple levels of Prodeus.
Oh, okay.
But nothing
special.
Nothing new there. Nothing. It's a fucking awesome game.
Yeah.
Still.
Beautiful game.
Yeah.
Beautiful game.
Yeah. That's me. That's Portz's games. Portz's Games Corner.
Dota's back on the menu.
Looks like Dota's back on the menu, boys. Now, how would orcs know what Dota is? You know what I'm saying? I just the inconsistencies in Tolkien's universe is fucking bullshit to me.
I don't know. But I put a note in your Dota channel again, so you're welcome. It just sounds like this channel's gonna get some action again. That's all. Anyway, so news. You ready? You ready for some weirdness? You ready for some clips? Oh, I have a Twitch clip for you to watch at some point today.
During the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's like 2 seconds or 30 seconds, maybe.
That's
don't know.
So much difference between those two numbers.
It's only a couple seconds.
All right.
So I do want to talk about Sons of the Forest again. It has been a huge success. Like I mentioned earlier, it's blown up. I think beyond.
Pretty biased news, I think.
I mean, I think it's a little bit biased because I planned on playing this game regardless of how good it was going to do. But the thing is, we were nervous. A lot of people was nervous because they didn't have a pre-sale for this. You literally couldn't buy it until it went live on Steam. It was just there. And so everybody's like, "Oh, they're going to delay it again. They're going to delay it again. It's fucked. It's doomed. Everybody panic." And I was a little nervous too myself. I was like, "Well, if they delay it, they delay it. It happens." But they didn't delay it. And they put it out on the 23rd of this month. And they sold 2 million copies in 24 hours.
Actually, it was last month. Sorry. It's February. What? This comes out in March. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I guess that's right. It's February 23rd. I'm
Breaking the fourth wall.
But yeah, they sold 2 million copies in 24 hours, which is fucking phenomenal for an indie game.
insane.
And
fucking hell, man. We're doing the wrong business. Fuck.
Yeah, we just got to make a survival game. We don't even have to talk. The protagonist doesn't even talk. It's funny.
That's the only part I do want to do.
But yeah, so it reached a peak player counter on the Steam DB of 350,000 people playing it at the same time. It's obviously getting very positive reviews on Steam, even though this game is in early access. And like, there has been lots of funny videos of the bugs, but nothing super bad. I think the worst one we ran into is during my multiplayer. My roommate Phil, he lost part of his save for some reason.
Ew.
So he was rolled back a day, but we knew what to do already. And so we basically speed ran through everything since we already cleared out the whole area. So we just ran and got all his shit, and it took like maybe 40 minutes to catch him up. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No, since we already knew where to go, and luckily Zach knows how to read maps and I don't. And yeah.
Read maps?
I can't read maps, dude. I'm so fucking dumb when it comes to reading maps.
Yeah, I don't think I could either. I didn't even know what the squiggly lines were in the fucking Red Dead one, remember?
Squiggly line? I don't remember
The
either.
ones to like denote depth and shit.
Yeah, no, I can't do that either. I can't do that either. But like, I was getting K's.
What? You made fun of me for not knowing what it was.
I know that.
You fucking ass.
I know.
You fucking ass.
I'm a fucking asshole. I'm gonna take a sip of
You
wine.
fucking ass.
I'm fucking asshole.
You fucking ass over there.
But the nice thing is,
am I doing the funny thing from the dollop?
Yeah, you're doing the funny thing. Hello, governor. Yeah. The clear thing is they've been very honest about when content is gonna come out. They have a big countdown in the fucking, when you launch the game, up in the right-hand corner, or sorry, left-hand corner. There's a countdown to how many days until the next big update drops. And so I'm assuming that's when all the bugs are going to be fixed. Like the duplication bug, maybe the ski bug, and a couple other things and stuff like that. But on top of that, they've also expressed that they're going to try to release content like every couple of weeks or so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Content every couple weeks?
Yeah, I think so. Major
Holy
update,
shit.
major updates and major content. Hopefully, like every 2 weeks. I don't expect that.
How many fucking people live there or live there, work there?
I don't know.
Well, they're game devs. They better live there.
They
you know
probably hired people after
Hashtag
selling.
Crunch for life.
They probably hired.
Hashtag
people.
It's not about Captain Crunch.
They probably hired some people after selling 2 million copies, but you know.
Sure.
I don't expect them to stay on pace like that, but they already have like a countdown and stuff like that, and they've expressed their general outline, but who the fuck knows if that's actually gonna happen.
If we get 2 million downloads, we will hire someone to actually produce the podcast and make it sound good. Yeah.
You guys want to do that, so you better like and share
Yeah.
and all that
You
other good
better
stuff.
become 2 million people real quick. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, you better. But I'm excited to see what else they come up with. My 2 roommates that are obsessed with base building have been having the time of their life with it, and it's been very hard to get them to do any of the storylines. So we're like 10 days in the game, and it's in the middle of winter now. And we're just like, maybe, I think from what I've read, about not even halfway through the story.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We've been playing for 8 hours. We've been having fun, killing shit, yada, yada, yada.
8 hours is not bad. That's
No.
I mean, that, considering there's so much fuck around you did, that's
Yeah.
kind of a short thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. And who knows what else they're going to add to the story. I don't think it's fully finished. I didn't want to look to see if the story's finished or not, but I don't expect
Oh, is it early access?
It's early access, so.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 million fucking purchases
2 million.
on early access.
24
God
hours.
Damn.
Yeah, congratulations to End Night Games.
I guess, but don't get a big head, you know? Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't think they were expecting to do as big as they did.
They probably had some inkling, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I know there was a huge one.
How many did the other one sell? It's pretty big,
Ooh.
right?
I don't think it was nearly as big. I don't think I think it has like a cult following to it.
Gotcha.
I even commented on their thing. I'm like, silent protagonists, silent companions, 10 out of fucking 10. I was just really happy. You know how you command Simon to do things? You write things on a notepad and then you give him the note. It's the fucking best. Get fish. Hide. And he just nods and he gives you a thumbs up. It's really cute.
Wow.
I could talk all day about it. But anyway, on to the next thing. The thing I want to talk about is Tales of Symphony Remastered. I don't know if you've ever even heard of this game, but it had a very cult following for it. It is an old school RPG, and it was recently remastered.
Talking about Tales of Symphonia.
Symphonia. You're right. Sorry, Tales of Symphony.
No, I've
was
never heard
one.
of it.
It's probably mostly because it was a Japanese cult following for it, and if you had a copy, it was a
weird.
ripped
I'm
copy,
so plugged
and
into Japanese culture. I'm surprised I don't know about it.
It was translated. I actually did get my dirty little paws on this at one point. I was obsessed with weird
Sorry,
RPGs.
Tales of Symphonia. That's disgusting.
I know. I was obsessed with like weird one-off games that I can find and stuff like that. Like I had all these weird RPGs at some point. Some of them are still my favorites to this day that I would replay, even though I don't like RPGs as much anymore. Anyway, this one, the reason why this one's in the news is because it got remastered for the Switch. Everybody was pumped. Everybody was excited. However, it seems like every remastered game seems to have a lot of fucking problems.
Name 7.
Name
Dead Space
7.
remake? No. Came out perfectly. Metroid Prime came out perfectly. Which one? Which games are you fucking talking about here?
We could go into the Rockstar ones. The definitive edition.
The ones I bought drunkenly and forgot about?
That's
yeah.
right.
Let's do it.
That shit.
I want my $30 back.
Fuck. Rockstar got your pocket money.
Yeah, I mean, they always will. I bought 3 copies of Red Dead 2, I think.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but anyway, so fans were upset that it was only gonna run at 30 FPS. Was one of the biggest complaints.
On a Switch?
Yes.
You should thank your fucking lucky stars it runs at 30 FPS.
Well, funny thing is, the original, which was on the GameCube, by the way, ran at 60.
Oh, do you want it remastered or do you want it to fucking zoom? Because there's emulators out there. You can just play it on those.
That's what I say, but you know me. Anyway, so a lot of fans were also reporting broken textures, extremely long loads, or just crashing. The game would just
It's a fucking
crash.
Switch. It's not a miracle worker.
I feel so bad for the Switch. But yeah,
Witcher 3 doesn't run at all. And you know what Witcher fans say? Thank you for making this, because it's really nice that we can have a place to ignore Witcher because the Steam Deck came out. But we're grateful is all I'm saying.
You're grateful.
Nintendo fans are so fucking entitled, you know?
Yeah. You know, I mean, it was 2004 when the original first came out. It was in high school. I think there wasn't an American release.
It was in high school?
Yeah, it was in high school for me.
For everyone?
Yeah, for everyone. Sorry, I'm drunk.
This game came out in high school. You guys remember high school, right?
Yeah, you guys remember high school, awkward time. You were really into Nirvana and wanting to cut all your jeans in weird angles. Anyway.
I definitely did the jean cutting part.
Yeah, I could see you wearing those ripped scuff
Although
jeans.
it was many decades later.
You were just behind. It's okay. You were playing catch up because you were a stay-at-home kid.
That's not a thing. Okay.
I'm kidding.
That's one of the most respected professions in America is a stay-at-home kid.
Stay-at-home kid. You're a homeschooled little stay-at-home kid. Anyway, so
Jesus Christ, move on.
Fuck. Anyway, the developers have promised fixes and they've expressed their sadness and yada yada yada. But the best thing is nobody can.
Again, this is about Tales of Symphonia. If you guys don't remember because of our shitty riffing.
You're fucking shitty riffing.
Us, we both did it. We were there. It was a partnership. We agreed. We pinky swore before this podcast we'd do shitty bits.
Yeah, that's true. We did pinky swear. We wrote it down in a little note and put little hearts around it. Shitty bits.
Yep.
But yeah, they said that there's gonna be an update for it soon, but we'll see. It just seems like I'm so scared with remasters nowadays because they're either really good, like Dead Space, or they're really bad, like the Definitive Edition and Tales of Symphonia. So, sadness and depression.
Yeah. I don't get excited about things anymore. I think that's the appropriate response.
I think I try to contain my excitement to a certain amount of,
Doesn't work, though, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't work. I have a hard time.
You're using the word try. You've already given up.
Yeah, I try. I basically have given up. The other thing I want to talk about is Atomic Heart making an apology. The devs apologize for racist cartoon footage amid a few other controversies that are going on. Okay. So, here's the clip.
Yeah, I have seen this.
It's Fox.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I know they were trying to keep this 1950s aesthetic, but there's certain things that I think should be left.
I watched this whole cartoon. So this is a super racist cartoon.
Yes.
That I watched all of on my Twitch channel. Should I delete my VOD?
Probably
okay.
A good idea.
All right.
Don't get canceled. Don't get canceled.
I don't think there's footage of me enjoying it. Hopefully that is not true.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think I was making a reminiscing face at all, so I think we're good.
That's good. That's probably for the best. But yeah, PC Gamer pointed it out. A lot of people started attacking him on Twitter, being like, what the fuck? We understand
because it's not like it's showing an existing cartoon.
No,
they made a new cartoon.
Yes,
which is super racist.
Yeah. Right, which is fucking weird and bad.
That is weird and bad.
Yeah, so
just show a picture of a Dr. Seuss book, you fucking overachievers. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, there's a part of going above and beyond, and even remember, because this game obviously is trying so hard to beat BioShock, and there's a part in BioShock Infinite where there's the racist moment where you're either choosing to hit the dude that they're all attacking that's obviously black, and or you don't. And I remember that part, and I was so fucking angry and uncomfortable, and I hated it. And then when I saw this, and I was like, oh, they're just trying. And I'm like, oh, no, this is new. They made this. They made this for the game. That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Do you think it was bad in I actually want to talk about this. Do you think it was bad in BioShock to do that?
I don't think it was bad because they were trying to make, a point to, how shitty that fucking air was.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of rough.
Well, not just that era. I think it sets up the whole play because the fucking turn that they do of the holiness, the fucking angelic nature of the city, all that shit, and then bam, it just crashes down in that moment. You're like, fuck, reality check. All right, fuck these people.
Reality check. Everything.
And then you don't feel so bad murdering people for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly, yeah, I think it sets it up for that. And then if you don't hit the guy, you meet him later on and his partner, and they're trying to escape.
You actually don't get to hit them, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't.
Yeah,
I chose not to hit him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
I also didn't. I heard this from a friend, or I'm not sure. So. But yeah, I'm not. I don't know how there was an article. I read an article. Let's say that.
Sure.
No, I do full. I've done every origin in Dragon Age Origins. You know what I mean?
Fair.
I'm a thorough gamer.
Yeah. But yeah. So on top of that, there's been more and more comparison of the Ukrainian or Ukraine to the game and stuff like that. There's a lot of anti-Ukraine
what?
So,
in
the sex
game?
slave robots? Yes.
Yeah.
Her hairstyle.
Yeah.
It has been time.
Princess Leia, if she had a weird Caesar crown. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to say her name because it's fucking insane. y'all. I'm not even gonna try. Anyway, the leader of the Ukraine party, like political party, that's her hairstyle. That's her signature. And a lot of people are saying it's a jab at her.
Oh.
And so a lot of people are like, oh, that's kind of weird, and kind of maybe it's that and stuff like that. But a lot of people have been trying to reach out to Mudfish to try to get their stance on the war, and they've been kind of like fence sitters about it and stuff like that, and they haven't really said anything. But you know, they're just kind of being like off to the side and being like, yeah, we're not gonna get in politics, and then they make a very political game.
Did they?
It feels like it. Very pro USSR.
What do you mean pro USSR? What ways is this game pro USSR?
I mean, in the game itself, like this is like the Soviet Union if
they're
it was never
depicted
like destroyed.
As the bad guys.
Right.
This is
eventually.
the same BioShock argument.
Yeah.
They set them up and they knock them down, you know?
I mean, I guess we'll have to find out when we actually beat it.
I have not beat it. I didn't even play anymore because the game's egregious for many other reasons, but
the robot.
yeah, I guess we'll see. If you're
up.
sucking like Putin's dick at the end, I guess I'll be kind of against the game. I guess I'll harumph a little bit about it, but
yeah,
it hasn't come across to me as like, I don't know.
It just feels kind of weird, and a lot of people are kind of like, well. So a lot of people are trying to bring it up and trying to dig, but nothing else has come of it. The last thing I want to talk about, which got Twitter angry today, was Pokemon. Pokemon. The new DLC. So
they're in trouble for cultural appropriation with the Jamaican people. So
yes,
we will
exactly.
not be discussing them. It's disgusting, honestly.
It's
and a little bit of copyright infringement for Pokemon. So it's rough all around.
You know, her name, she was trying to make go off of Pokemon, right?
Oh, really?
Yes.
What?
I know.
That's
such a shocker.
Why? What a stretch.
I know. What an insane stretch. But anyway, no. Pokemon released their God damn it. Pokemon released their new DLC for Scarlet and Violet, I believe are the two. Scarlet and Violet.
Jesus. All right. Yeah, sure.
Well, do you remember how much of a shit show they were?
No, I don't. I don't remember anything Pokemon.
Bugs?
People try to talk Pokemon to me, and I just shut down emotionally and physically.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so shut down a little bit here.
I am. You think it's a choice.
That's true. That's true. You could shut down and stuff like that. So, obviously, you have to have. There's 2 different copies of the game. If you have the 2 different copies, I believe you still get the 2 different Pokemons and stuff. Yada 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 for each one, just like the other ones. Every other single ones, except this is like $60 per game. They just dropped the new DLC that adds 250 new Pokemon that were never in the previous 2 back into the game. So, if you want to complete the whole Pokemon series, you have to not only spend $59.99 per each game, if you want both of them, but then you have to spend an additional $35 for the new DLC that came out. And the game has been complained about that it wasn't very finished, it wasn't very polished, and it was full of bugs. And so now people are losing their fucking mind and marbles over this this new DLC. They thought it was going to be a lot cheaper, I think.
What if this is a passive-aggressive move by those developers? Because for years, people have been saying, I want Pokemon on my main console. Okay? I want it on the main console for years. Jesus Christ.
And then we finally
living
get
with
it,
that
and then they
fan
complain.
base. Can you believe it? And then they're like, you know what? We'll show these motherfuckers how it doesn't work, okay? And they put out a shitty product, charge them way too much money, and they'll be like, yeah, hopefully we get rid of that fan base and we just make some other shit. And they're still being pummeled with complaints, and it'll never end.
I mean, I'm kind of glad that I kind of fell out of like playing Pokemon games. Like, I think I stopped after the DS. is when I stopped playing Pokemon games. But yeah, everybody's losing their fucking mind right now.
I ran around in a circle for 500 hours in RuneScape. I don't want anything to do with the repetitive nature of Pokemon, okay?
Mm-hmm. Nothing whatsoever. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yep. But, yep. People are crying about that on Twitter. It was quite great. The memes were great. And I'm just glad to not be a Pokemon fan anymore.
I was going to say, I'm happy this missed my timeline.
Yeah, you kind of were like a late bloomer. And you never got addicted.
No, I just mean my Twitter timeline. No, I didn't see anyone complaining about it.
I have certain things like I have Nintendo. I've fucking what are they? Google alerts for Nintendo, Phil Spencer, Xbox, Activision, Sony, fucking stupid Jim Ryan, and a couple other things.
Stupid Jim Ryan.
Is it Jim Ryan? Who the fuck is the CEO
Sony
of
guy.
Sony?
Yeah.
Okay, Jim Ryan.
I
got
thought it was
right.
funny that you said stupid.
Because he's stupid.
All right.
I don't know. I also got Bobby Kotick in there.
It would be so funny if people talked about everyday regular people the way we talk about CEOs.
I get to because he's stupid. No. Do you wanna know something funny that Phil Spencer posted today?
No, thank you.
What? Oh yeah, it was
no,
yesterday.
of course I do. Yeah. Why not?
He has apparently he also had the itch for Vampire Survivors. He got all the achievements yesterday. I have to get on it.
Proof that CEOs don't work hard. You should not have time to play fucking all of Vampire Survivors, okay? That game also, it just makes you sick. I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast. I must have, but I had to get away. I don't think I can go back to that game ever. It's like a crack addiction.
It is bad crack.
It's not.
It's
look,
just...
I feel more strongly about the unhealthiness of that game than I do about Dota 2's unhealthiness. Because Dota 2 at least is like, yeah, it's like fast food, but it's like a cheaper thing, or like it's like there's some benefit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Vampire Survivors, I can't think of one.
Dopamine number go up.
Oh,
brain feel good.
Yeah.
Brain feel good.
No, it's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He also did release a statement recently about Xbox, how it will continue to exist and prosper, even even if Activision Blizzard acquisition is blocked after all, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they probably see the writing on the wall, right?
I think so. I think it is going to get blocked, and I think they're going to stop continuing to defend it at this point.
I hope they back off and pretend they didn't even want it. They're like, well, we didn't really see eye to eye. It was kind of we have to move forward with what's best for our company, and every company has the self-esteem issues of a fucking teenager.
Right. Yeah. They're like, well, I didn't need you anyway.
Yeah, I didn't even want... You're breaking up with me? I'm breaking up with you!
Call of Duty's, overrated, and it's on its way out anyway. It's fine.
We're gonna catch the new wave of shooters.
It's fine. It's just gonna, Yep. But other than that, that's the news this week.
Some good news.
Yeah.
Right there. Well, I mean,
I kept it short,
some
sweet.
of it.
In case we rambled on about stupid things while I chugged my wine over here.
We've never done that in the existence
dare you?
of this podcast.
How dare you accuse us of ever rambling?
That was you.
Listener.
You did that. Were you talking for the audience? That's a good thing to do. I like when people do that.
Mm-hmm. I know what our audience wants. Obviously.
Our audience only wants one thing, and it's fucking irritating. It's just us arguing.
You think that's what they really want? You think they want us to scream at each other some more?
Don't have a clue what people that listen to this podcast wants. I don't think there's one person that listens to this podcast that know what they want, because what we do is different every time.
That's true. We do different things.
We wildly go off on random tangents. Sometimes we don't talk about video games for minutes. I don't know what people are looking for.
Minutes. insane.
If you would rate and review our podcast on iTunes or Spotify, then maybe we'd have some inkling of what you guys are looking for.
Tell us, or just
give us 5 stars.
Message us on the Twitter.
No, give us a review. It helps the podcast.
Yeah, actually, do give us a good review. Tell us how much you love us.
Should have said this at the beginning, but you know.
You could cut it out and put it at the beginning, you know.
Not going to do that because we didn't hit 2 million downloads, did we?
Fuck! Why aren't you downloading this game? Why aren't you downloading this game? Why aren't you downloading this podcast for? Fuck!
We should do a GoFundMe where we raise enough money to pay people on Fiverr to listen to our podcast. How about that? And then maybe we could start making money.
I will pay you in my love and appreciation if you listen to this podcast. That's all I want.
That's so worthless.
How fucking dare you? It's my love and appreciation.
Yeah, I've been to your chat. You give that willy-nilly.
No, I don't. I don't.
Anyone who's vaguely nice to you.
No. No. No.
You give it to me and I'm the meanest person to you that you know.
I don't do that. I don't do that at all. I don't. Never. Never.
Whatever. Bing, someone just subscribed to you. What do you say to them?
Oh my God. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. But that's it for the news.
That is it for the podcast, I think.
That's it for the podcast, too. Yeah. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter. And Evil Space Money.
Should I finish Wild Hearts? That's a different game that came out. Atomic Heart?
That is a different game. Yeah, finish Atomic Heart.
You think so?
I'm going to try to finish it this week. Yeah, in the next 2 weeks.
All right.
I'm going to try really hard. That's my goal.
Let's try really hard.
Let's try really hard.
I have never done before.
You've never tried really hard?
Jad, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair. Valid. Yep. Anyway. I guess good night.
I guess. See you next time.
Okay, bye.